Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this month's K1 race. As we take the green flag to start lap 1, I'm going to be starting in 7th position in A main, which is absolutely terrible for me. That day, for some reason, I just couldn't perform. I was stuck with 18.8 seconds all day long, which is weird because earlier that week, I was posting 18.5 to 18.3s on an average. As we come around for lap 2, I have made no progress to move up into the field. I'm trying to keep my hopes high so that I can eventually pass other drivers, and I'm also trying to be more aggressive at this track because it's a lot smaller than usual tracks and it's way harder to pass. As we exit our way from the hairpin onto lap 3, there's a huge pile up and a lot of contact is made, which causes the first yellow of the night. And now we're getting ready to retake the green flag. We are now up into 6th as we pass one of the drivers right before the yellow came out. Unfortunately, right through the S's, he manages to get on my inside and retake the position. And now there's a huge gap to the rest of the group. I try and give him a little tap into the hairpin, but that doesn't work as he manages to keep his line and stay in front of us. Although now that we're pretty far into this race, my hopes for a podium and even a win have completely gone out of my head. Now it's all about not finishing last. Now the two drivers ahead are battling together, which is going to slow them down and manage me to catch up. And we're going to take full advantage and manage to pass one of the drivers, moving us back up into 6th. The driver yet again manages to look on my inside, but we're going to slam the door this time, not letting him by. We now have to forget about defending, post fast laps so we can go on the offensive. Yet again, drivers ahead of us were battling for position, which really slowed them down, and I was managing to catch right back up to the group. Yet again, I'm going to give him a little tap to send him wide in the hairpin. We get on the side of him, but unfortunately, we can't stick. As we head into turn 1, the driver ahead gets so loose and goes sideways. We make heavy contact, but unfortunately, I couldn't get around him. Yet again, we're coming to the hairpin, but I don't have the speed to bump him into the hairpin. So I get a better exit, but unfortunately, I bump into the back of him, killing all of my momentum. We seem to have the better line than him and become faster on the exits. And when I'm about to try to make a move coming into the hairpin, there's a huge pile up ahead of us, which throws out the second caution of the night. When the yellow was thrown, we were currently in 5th position. However, during the caution, they moved one of the drivers that got wrecked back up into his original position, pushing us back into 6th. This happens all the time at K1, which makes me a little bit controversial about my thoughts, because I don't think that's entirely fair. But just because that happened doesn't mean we're giving up hope. I'm still going to be battling for 5th position as I'm right back on the bumper of the driver ahead. The driver ahead kills all of his momentum halfway through the hairpin, which lets me catch up, but unfortunately my momentum gets killed as I bump into him or I have to check up behind him, which means we don't have a run on him on the long stretch. With only a minute left in the race, it's becoming increasingly difficult to get around the driver ahead, and the driver who's currently last is giving me a ton of pressure from behind. We managed to get to the outside of the number 4 car, but unfortunately he squeezed us in between the wall, killing all of our momentum. So in retaliation, I bump him almost into the wall after the hairpin, but we couldn't get around him coming out of it. We are able to stay right on his bumper, but unfortunately I just can't find a place to pass. I don't have the momentum in any of the turns to get around him. And now with 1 to go, we have to try anything we can to get that top 5. Unfortunately, on the back stretch, he was way too slow. I bumped into the back of him, killing all of my momentum. And as I watched him drive away, there went all hope of the top 5. As we come to the front stretch to take the checkered flag, I'm going to finish 6th, which isn't last. I'm still learning how to pass on this track and be more aggressive so that I can get back on the podium steps. Consider subscribing to see how the next race turns out.